This is a story about me, Thomas the Tank Engine, and how I learnt all about some Daleks. One other fine afternoon, James, Percy, and Thomas were waiting in their sheds for their drivers to collect them. "I wonder what we will be doing this afternoon," said James one other fine afternoon. "I've had quite enough excitement for one day," said Percy, who's not feeling like to do anything today because he was feeling a bit shocked and a bit frightened. Thomas and James looked at him. "Why?" they asked, and Percy said them something that doesn't seem a bit true. It seemed a bit false. "Because I saw a strange bucket monster today," he announced. James and Thomas gasped in disbelief, thinking that Percy was being a bit silly, but Percy was not being a bit silly. Engines, dragons' breath, monsters do something worse. They like to eat engines they hadn't ate yet," Percy added knowledgeably, and of course still feeling a bit frightened and a bit shocked. Thomas wasn't quite a bit sure whether to believe Percy or not. However, the next day he just left the junction with Annie and Clarabelle. When he saw a strange looking bucket thing covered in metal and with some sort of strange boats on its side. Some strange monster on its boats. It wasn't like any model he'd ever seen before. It was so very strange that it had some sort of arm gun and had a strange looking arm plunger, which is likely something for kitchen sink. Thomas thought that monster looked very strange. "I wonder what that is," Thomas thought to himself. Then he remembered the conversation he had with Percy the day before, and then he realised that this must be the monster that Percy must have seen. Some sort of a strange metal monster. That must be Percy's bucket monster, he thought. He looked at the very strange model, the very strange scary monster again. It wasn't using something as Percy had described. After some consideration, Thomas decided that this strange monster must be a sheep. Well, it wasn't like it because he didn't realise that it was a Dalek, but he didn't know this yet. And like I said, he wasn't feeling quite a bit sure. Annie and Clarabelle were chatting nicely as usual. "Shh!" said Thomas in a loud whisper. "You might wake this metal monster." "Metal monster? What's a metal monster?" asked Annie and Clarabelle. Weren't feeling a bit sure what Thomas was talking about. "Don't you mean monster?" "I mean monster. Metal monster," said Thomas, explaining and whispering over firmly and a bit carefully. They destroy naughty carriages, you know." Annie and Clarabelle were silent for the rest of the journey. Thomas met the Fed controller at the top station and showed him some sort of strange machine, and he wasn't sure what was it doing. Well, I don't know what that thing is, said the Fed controller, but I don't have time to talk to you now. I need to get back to my office. Got some paperwork to do. She did.